Hi everyone, welcome to another Friday Craft Club. Today we're making unicorn pinatas. They're super fun to make, and of course once you're done you can just give them a pop and lots of confetti comes out. So we hope you have fun making and playing with them. Let's get our colouring pens ready and let's get making. To make your unicorn pinata, what you'll need is a cardboard tube, some paper, tissue paper in different colours if you can, and they can just be scraps, you don't need a lot. You will need scissors, a ruler and glue, and remember to get adult supervision before you get any scissors out. You'll want some ribbon or string, of course colouring pens, and then if you've got googly eyes then that's great, use those. If not, you can draw your own. And then something to fill your pinata with. So this can be sequins, you can cut up some scrap tissue paper, or if you're really lucky you can put some sweets in it. So your first job is to decorate your tube. We'll put everything else to one side for now. You can paint it or colour it in with felt tips, whatever you want, and it can be any colour because our unicorns can be any colour you want. And the next thing you want to do is get some tissue paper, and you need to cut out a square big enough to cover the bottom of your tube. So if you place the tube on top, see roughly how much you need and just mark out, and then you can cut a square, and then you can cut a square. Don't forget you can ask for some adult help if you need it. Perfect, and then cut another one, so you can use that to tell you how big you need it to be. Okay, so you should now have two square pieces of tissue paper and a painted tube. To get your glue stick and put some glue around one end of your tube, and then stick your piece of tissue paper over the top and just gently wrap the tissue paper round. It doesn't matter if it goes crinkly at the edges, but if you've got some particularly long bits you can trim those off. Okay, so now you want to fill up your tube with whatever you want to fill it with. So I'm just going to pour some glittery paper in there. Now what you want to do is seal up the top. So do the same again, you put glue around your top edge and then gently wrap the tissue paper. Okay, so now you can shake your tube around and none of your pieces are going to fall out, which is perfect. The next thing we're going to do is to make the mane for our unicorn. So bring back your coloured bits of tissue paper and we're going to layer them up to make a rainbow effect. If you've only got two different colours then that's fine, you can just alternate them, just use whatever you've got. You want your bottom piece to be roughly 7 centimetres by 12 centimetres, and then each following piece, if you layer them up, you want it to be slightly smaller. Just like that. It doesn't need to be precise, but you just want to make sure you can see each layer. And then you want one special piece which we're going to use to wrap around the top. This one is roughly 3 by 10. So that's going to go at the top of the mane and then wrap round to the front of our unicorn. Now before we glue it down, if you make small cuts into the bottom of your tissue paper, then that will give it the hair effect that we want. So do that for each colour. Okay, so we're only going to put glue on the top straight edge of our tissue paper. This means that the mane of your unicorn will be nice and free flowing. So align that straight edge as best you can with the top of your tube. And then you can see how the slits along the bottom make that hair effect. So we'll do the same again. So we're just going to put a little bit of glue at the top and then take your next largest piece, align that up at the top, press it down, and then you've got another layer of hair. So do the same for all your colours. And then when it comes to your final one, put some glue at the top, gently put some glue along the opening, and then you want a little bit of glue on the opposite side as well. So we're going to glue that down there, wrap it along the top, and then glue it down at the front as well. If you want to, you can put some little cuts in that front piece, so it's like a fringe. Perfect. Okay, so now you can put your tube to one side and we'll let those main pieces dry off a little bit. And bring back your piece of paper and we're going to start drawing the sections of our unicorn. So the first thing you want is to draw the horn. So if you imagine, you can draw it just as a triangle that's quite slim, but then you want to round it off at the bottom, almost like an ice cream cone, and then you can just put some lines through the side to make it look like it's 3D. Next we'll draw the ears, so you'll want 2 of these. Again, we're doing a rough triangle shape, but we're curving it as you come up to then point it and come back down. And then draw the same shape again on the inside. Almost like a lemon, but without the point at the other end. And then we'll do the same for the left ear. And then finally, we need to draw our unicorn's nose. So this is easy. If you use the bottom edge of your paper, then you'll get a nice straight line. And just draw a semicircle for the snout. And then we'll give our unicorn a nice smiley face. And for the nostrils, you can draw the number 9, and then on the other side, the letter P. Excellent. So now we can colour those in and cut them out. And then you'll have a nose, a horn, and 2 ears. Bring back your tube, and then glue them on. Okay, so our last job is to glue on the googly eyes. Okay, and that is your unicorn complete. Now, if you want it to be a pinata, what we do is take your ribbon or string and glue one piece to that bottom bit of tissue paper, and be very gentle because you don't want to make a hole in it. You can always use sellotape as well if you find that easier. And then at the top we're going to glue a piece on either side, so then it's got something to hang on. Great, so now your unicorn is ready for your party, and when you want all the pieces on the inside to fall out, you can just give a quick tug on your bit of ribbon at the bottom and you've got a pinata. We hope you've really enjoyed making your unicorn pinata today, and we'll see you again next week where we will be making some cardboard cameras.